Praise God.
And if you belong to Christ, who owns the power and that same power and ability belong to you too. You too also have self-ability in that same power that Christ brought you.
To make a change, because right away, they say, well, I got to change, right? I got to make this transformation in my life. Exactly how long it's going to take, because that could be a long process. That's why
North-to-South Transform You Radio Show. The only radio show where you can make real results and start living in your purpose. Visit MarketTalkEnterprises.com. MarketTalkEnterprises.com. Okay. Hello, my people. We are back now. We are back officially. We are getting the show rolling. The show must go on. So if you're not on live, I'm telling you, you are missing out, because live is where it's at. Live is where it all happens. Live is where you get the opportunity to interact with me and also my awesome and amazing guests that I have. So if you are not on by now, guess what? That means you are, in fact, just only a replay viewer. You know what a replay viewer is like? A replay viewer is like coming second place. A replay viewer is like almost like kissing your sister. Okay, I won't take it that far. Okay, I will not gross you out no longer. But I'm here to tell you that even if you are a replay viewer, you are special. You have a dear place in my heart and also in the hearts of many of my experts. You are just as important as any live viewer or listener. So, with that said, tonight's show is very special, and it might come to you as a shock. Sometimes I just jump out of nowhere with all these different broadcasts. Okay, sometimes some of my broadcasts are not promoted ahead of time. And sometimes it bothers me, sometimes it doesn't. Let me tell you why. Because that makes us very unique. That makes us separate from any other broadcaster that you may come across, any other podcaster that you may come across, any other scoper you may come across. We are special, okay? The reason why we are special, that means you have to stay tuned in. You have to stay locked in. You have to stay updated. And the only way to be updated and tuned in and stay alert is if you are a member. You need to be a part of the community. We have a growing community right now, a growing community of experts in all fields, in all industries that come from different countries. I'm talking about worldwide experts. We're not talking about just, somebody that got off the corner somewhere and step out of a corner store. No, we're talking about real life experts delivering content, the content that you need to transform your life. That's what we're all about. We're all about restoring your power, restoring your voice, and transforming your life. Okay? I do it for you because I love you and because I care about you, because I'm here to serve, and many of my experts here are just as like-minded. It's all about love here, and that's what we're promoting. That's what we, look to exchange. We look to exchange all the positive vibes with energy. So transformubroadcast.com. That's transform the letter U broadcast.com. And we just like to mention too that tonight's broadcast and many of our other broadcasts are sponsored by Evolve Performance Water. If you want high pH level water, Evolve Performance Water is the way to go. I'm talking about some good stuff. Okay. Next time I'll make sure I have a bottle in front of you so that you know exactly what it looks like. But real soon, being posted on the website will be exclusive content information, as well as a great promo banner that'll be appearing on the website once we get that worked out. So, with that much said, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our special guest tonight. We have a very special guest, and like I said, you're not going to be able to the guest speaking, but you will be able to hear me speaking to the guests and interact with me if you are on Periscope. If you are a replay viewer, you will be able to watch the same thing the live viewers are watching. If you're not a member of the community, of course, you will have to be a member of the community in order to replay the actual interview in this entirely and hear the actual interaction. So that's transformubroadcast.com, transform the letter U broadcast.com. Enough of me speaking, because I can go on forever and ever. Let's not do that. We only got about 30 minutes of the show. So tonight's expert, he's a financial expert at that. He believes and understands the dynamics and the importance of planning for the now, but also for the long term. And in addition to that, he has done something truly amazing, truly something to applaud. He has developed a performance. He has developed a brand of performance water. The same company that sponsors the show, and that's Evolve Performance Water. He's the CEO. He's doing amazing things with that company. He's definitely what we consider a mover and shaker. He's full of just wealth of advice in both of those areas. So he's definitely a guy that you want to connect with afterwards. He will definitely provide his contact information to you guys so that you can get directly hooked up with him and begin to just benefit from this guy. So without further ado, let's hear it for Joshua Haas. Are you there with us?
Hello, how's it going? Hey, Marcus, how's it going?
Hey, Josh, it's good to have you on.
Glad to be on. Glad to be talking to you and your viewers out there.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a pleasure. And and if anybody have any recollection of the old shows, you were with us before when we first got started, correct?
Absolutely. I was there with the old shows, and I plan on being involved with you for as long as I possibly can. I think you're doing some great things out there. I think your viewers can definitely take a lot away from your organization, and the guests that you have on there is definitely a lot of information, and they can definitely learn a lot from you and the people that you have on here. So it's great to be a part of this.
Definitely. Well, I am definitely humbled by those kind words that you have offered me, and you've been a blessing too to this broadcast network that's growing now. It's your contributions that's definitely made it what it is today. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself to the new audience as well as some of the old.
Absolutely. My name is Joshua Haas. I am the CEO and owner of Evolve Performance Water, and I am also the Vice President of TITLETOWN Financial Services. I'm originally from the central Wisconsin area. Grew up in the middle of nowhere, kind of a small town in the middle of Wisconsin, with big dreams. I had big goals when I was a little kid, and my parents owned a lumberyard. They owned a business. And still in business today for over 40 years. So I've always kind of had an entrepreneurial spirit, but I wanted to, help others along the way the best that I could. I think there's a lot of information out there, and I think a lot of people are struggling. So growing up, I graduated high school shortly around the time the financial recession hit, and I've seen a ton of communities get affected all over the country. I saw our hometown get affected. Being a big mill town, the mill was shut down, and they moved overseas. I've seen communities pick up and leave. I've seen houses for sale. I've seen families and friendships get ruined. Due to the situation that happened, there was no place to hide from it. So after that happened, the 2008 crisis, I felt like I had to get involved and help people and educate them.
Definitely.
The different money strategies that are out there and teach them some different investing tips. So that was my original goal when I first got started, and still continue that today, is just sitting down with people and being straightforward with them, telling them the truth on what type of investments they have, the good, the bad, and the ugly of those, and kind of teaching them some new investment tools that are out there and showing them how they can better themselves and their life and not have to worry about another financial crisis like that affecting their family as bad as it originally did in 2008.
Yeah,
so that is our commitment. We do that. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish out.
Yep. We We do that. We provide this service since our company is a firm believer in putting the customer first. We do all of our services free of charge to all of our customers, and we provide them with the network of attorneys, CPAs, business attorneys, and other financial professionals that can help them get in the best possible financial position that they possibly can. So we're with them every step of the way, regardless of their situation, their financial situation. We're here to help them every step of the way.
Definitely. Man, Josh, I just can't, respect what all you're doing here. And just for a very important topic, man, finances is just, you can't get bored with it. I mean, there's nothing exciting you can do to spice it up, but it is what it is. A spade is a spade, and that's what finance is. So, with that said, you mentioned the financial crisis and recession, and how you was first eyewitness to seeing the damage that it in total took on people. With that in mind, what type of investment would you recommend in today's climate?
That's a fantastic question, and I don't think enough people ask that question when they're sitting down with their financial advisor. One of the things that we really try to emphasize with people is to take a second look at life insurance. And yes, I did say that correctly. I did say life insurance. Life insurance, a lot of people look at 30 years ago when it was coming out and a lot of people were talking about it. They talked about it as if you passed away, your family would be taken care of with tax-free money. And while that is true, that is one aspect of life insurance. It can also become a major investment tool. There's a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about it. All the contributions you make to life insurance are tax-free. All the withdrawals that you take from life insurance are tax-free. Everything you receive from life insurance is tax-free.
Right.
And if it's funded appropriately, it can be utilized to create an income stream for the remainder of your life and into your retirement as well. There are different kinds of insurance plans that are out there. We sit down and go over it in great detail,
right,
and try and structure something appropriately. But if you're looking for something that gives you a guaranteed rate of return, and to know exactly how much you'll have at a certain point in time, life insurance can be a great investment. We call it non-traditional investing. So there are different areas that we look at. For example, if you put your money in the stock market, which is performance-wise over the last 100 years has been the best performing around 10%. However, the stock market goes up and down, as we all know. January this year started out the lowest it's ever been, down 80% from what it ever has been. The difference is what I try to educate people on is it's good to have those in types of investments that give you good, solid rates of return over time, but it also is nice to offset that with something that's guaranteed rate of return, and life insurance provides something that's guaranteed over time, and if structured approprially, can definitely provide you with a nest egg for your retirement and otherwise business ventures, anything like that. It's extremely flexible, it's extremely liquid, and can be utilized for whatever life throws your way.
Okay, definitely. So with that in mind.
Yep, and there's the.
Oh, go ahead. I see it. I finished.
Yep. So the other products that we like to talk about to people are annuities. Are another great option for someone starting out their financial portfolio. Annuities got a bad rap about 30 years ago, to be honest with you, because the problem was, and I don't want to talk too technical, but the problem was basically is that the idea behind them was 30 years ago is you put money into them for a long period of time, because like with any investment, we got to take time into consideration. You don't want to invest in something short term and then take that money out because you're only going to hurt yourself in the long run. So the idea was investing in annuity over time, and then how an annuity works is that when you decide to annuitize it, it pays you a certain amount every month until you pass away. So it guarantees that you never outlive your money.
Okay.
The problem 30 years ago was it was treated like life insurance. So if you passed away, whatever premiums you put towards it, the company got to keep. Wow. So this was a problem when, let's say you've saved for 30 years and now you take out a payment for, let's say you take out 1 full year of payments and now you pass away, the company would keep, the insurance company would keep the rest of that money. And then people thought, well, that's not really fair because I put all this money towards it and now you're just going to get to keep it. So they've changed the way annuities are done and the way they're looked at. So now it's treated just like life insurance, where if you are the annuitant who is receiving those monthly payments, if you pass away, your beneficiaries receive the lump sum of what's remaining to them. So annuities can be a great way as well, that you can start out very cheap and it's very affordable. I think it's $85 a month to get one started, and you get all the idea behind an annuity is you get all the upside of the stock market with the downside protection. So with the market drops 40%, you don't lose anything. If the market goes up 10%, let's say you get 6% of that, you go up 6% and you lock that in. You never go down. So that's the nice thing about an annuity is you're getting all the plus side of the stock market, and it's protecting you from the downside when the stock market does its initial downward trends or volatility. You're protected from that. So that's the idea of an annuity and how it works, and it definitely can make for a strong portfolio if set up correctly.
Definitely. Yeah, man, that sounds awesome, man. And you hear the stigma, about life insurance, and particularly in the way you explain it sounds like a very good, security blanket for a family. What would you say to a guy who's under 25, who's searching for an investment strategy for to protect their income or potential income that they may create, and then they argue with you about life insurance? What type of response do you get those type of guys?
Sure. So this is the exact response I've got. So we're talking someone, let's say for your example, who's 25 years old. More than likely, and this is not in all cases, I'm just going to say it, more than likely what's happened is after the 2008 recession, they came out of college. They're not getting the jobs that they originally wanted. Maybe it doesn't pay as much, or it's not the career that they were originally interested in when they went to school.
Right.
So now what they have a problem is that they want to save for retirement, but they're hesitant because of the stock market and the way the stock market's been going up and down. They're hesitant on mutual funds. They don't really know where to put their money to try and get the best rate of return. The best thing that I would tell someone at the age of 25 is to look at taking out a life insurance policy on their parents. And I wanna repeat that one more time. Take a life insurance policy out on your parents. No, it's not illegal. It is a legal thing that you can do. It does show insurable interest. Basically, what you're hedging against is eventually, at some point in time, though we never wish it, and we hope that our parents live forever, due to the way the world goes around and due to immortality, we know that our parents are going to pass away before we do. Definitely. The idea behind it is that you're putting money into something that over a long period of time, because once again, I really want to stress this, any kind of investments that people are looking at, we're looking at over a long period of time. We're not talking 1 to 5 years or even 5 to 10. We're talking that 20 to 30 year range. So by taking out a life insurance policy on your parents, the benefits of that is all they have to do is pass a physical, and then they would be able to pass down whatever that death benefit would be tax-free. So you would not pay taxes on it. You would receive it completely 100% tax-free down to their beneficiaries or their children. This works out both ways. It's a win-win because parents are also often concerned about, well, what could I leave my kids, that's valuable that they could provide for education for their children or give them a better life than what I had. And it's an easy way to do it. They pass a physical for a certain amount of life insurance. The child, or that 25-year-old in your example, pays the premium, and then when that time comes, when the parent passes on, they would receive whatever that death benefit is to them tax-free that they could utilize for whatever they wish. So that is always a good option for someone looking for something for retirement. Definitely something down the road where if they want to buy a house, we're talking, years and years or pay off their mortgage, maybe years and years down the road. It's just a great flexible option that is something legal that we're looking at from a tax standpoint of not being taxed so much on.
Definitely. I like the way it sounds.
Or not.
You know, I like the way it sounds.
Yep,
minus the parents dying part.
Yes, exactly. Yes, yeah. That is the only problem with this situation. That's a tough conversation to have, but inevitably that's going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, so I hear you talking about wealth, man, and that's definitely what this all leads to. It's all about building wealth, and that's something that we all have a different definition about. What would your definition of wealth be? Josh.
That's a great question that I don't get asked a lot. What my definition of wealth would be. My definition of wealth, to be completely honest, probably different than most people's are, just because of the way I see. My definition of wealth is not particularly a dollar value. It's, can we set enough money aside to live the lifestyle that we want to live when we want to live it? In my opinion, that's wealth. If you want to, for example, if you want to retire 65 and you're 30 years old, we have to aggressively start looking at different options out there to try and make that goal happen and be able to live comfortably and be able to afford that lifestyle. Now, if you say, well, I don't really, money's not a concern to me, but I just want to live, have a normal life and, be able to go on a couple of vacations, then we structure something completely different. So
right.
Wealth is completely based on each person and each individual's goals and what they're looking to accomplish. And then my job is to help them and educate them to get them there. So that's how I look at wealth. It's not really a particular number that we're after. It's after the number that fits you and your lifestyle.
Oh, I like it, man. I love how that sounds. And what you described is comfortability. It's not about being rich necessarily, but it's just being comfortable and not worrying about the day to day and how to eat. That's fantastic, man. So with that said, would you say that self-reliance is one of the ultimate goals that you're really trying to teach people that you come across or may happen to mentor? Hello, did we lose you, Josh?
Yep, no, I'm still here.
Okay.
Okay, kind of got broke up a little bit there.
Oh, okay. Did you want me to? Did you need me to?
Basically, right. We're just what we need. What we need more. I think yes. Please repeat the question. I think I heard it correctly, but just repeat it for me, please.
Okay, no problem. So the question was, with wealth and just creating that ideal lifestyle, where it's comfortability. Now, would you consider yourself a big advocate for self-reliance? For anyone that you may mentor or come across. Hello, Josh.
Yes, I'm still here. You broke up there at the last part of it, but I think I got your question. I'm an advocate of teaching people. I think there's too many people out there right now that are, due to the circumstances, due to some unforeseen issues, due to everyone trying to find their dream and live the life that they want to live, there's some people out there that take advantage of other people. So what we need to get back to the basics of, I'm an advocate of definitely educating people. You need to be educated out there. You just can't be told, this is something you need to invest in because your parents did it, or you have to trust this guy because your friend did it. You really need to get out there and do your research and, what exactly you're invested in and why you're in, and what are you trying. That's the biggest thing that I always ask my clients when we talk. What are we trying to accomplish? Are we trying to start a business? Are we trying to buy a house? Are we trying to send our kids through college? Are we trying to set something up so we travel at some point in time. It's a matter of being educated on all those things, and we need more people out there, to be honest with you. There's not enough people out there right now that just want to educate. There's a lot of people out there that just want to sell. And we really are taking the high road, or I've taken the high road on that, to really sit down and do our due diligence and really educate people on, one, not only wealth, but debt as well, to understand what kind of role debt plays within your financial portfolio, as well as the fees. You know, a lot of people don't look at the fees they pay, and no matter what we do, whether it's our cell phone bill or our investment platform, you know, more people, and that's the other thing too, more people are putting more money in their gas tank than they do in their financial portfolio. So it's a matter of being realistic in what we're trying to accomplish and what we expect to get out of your financial portfolio, and then building a plan that will ultimately get you there. So I'm a big advocate for more of educating and less on just pushing sales.
Definitely. I love that, man. We need more people like you who's not pushy salespeople, or who's, you know, looking to just force, you know, their beliefs of you know, what people should be doing. You know, that's I think that's a great nugget that you have given, you know, the viewers and listeners. You have given them a great nugget about, you know, how to really develop a relationship with your clients versus, you know, just always trying to sell. Okay. Yeah. So we got maybe one time for like maybe one more question or two. And before we get into another question, why don't you tell us a little bit about, you know, your performance water, your Evolve Performance Water?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to take time to explain about that. So going back to kind of when I was finishing up college, I had this great idea that I wanted to get involved with a water company, and I wanted to create it, and I want to kind of build it, and I wanted to start it up because I've always just kind of had that entrepreneurial mindset. The problem I had was originally it was like I was looking at how much it would cost, and I thought, boy, you know, I could never be able to afford this. And fast forward a couple of years after college, I received a phone call from a gentleman. I was doing some consulting work. Received a phone call from a gentleman who had this water idea, and I had a chance to sit down and meet with him and talk with him about some ideas that he had. And he had this company, and it was struggling, and he didn't really know what to do with it. And then I saw an opportunity to kind of take over and take that product to the next level. So Evolve Performance Water, what it is it's the world's best water. And I literally mean that. It's been tested. It's been proven. It's the world's best water. We offer two product lines. We offer a 7.8 pH level, which very briefly, anyone out there who's listening and knows anything about a pH scale, 7 is neutral on a pH. I go back to science class here very briefly. But 7 is neutral. Anything below 7 is more of an acid, where a majority of waters fall. Anything above 7 is a alkaline water, and what that means is the alkaline water is better for your body. It helps fend off a lot of diseases and helps your body function better overall. So we have a 7.8 line, which is better than Fiji water, and that's just our regular water. But our big product that a lot of people are interested in is we have a 9.5 line, and we are the first company that we have a patent on a machine that takes the water, and by running it through this machine, it naturally combines the molecules and increases the oxygen, which then in turn, when it comes out the other side and actually gets bottled, it's actually at a 9.5 level, and we're the first and only to do it with putting no additives, no stimulants, no sugars, and no artificial ingredients, where a lot of our competitors put calcium, magnesium, potassium, sodium in their water to get it that high. We're the first to create it all natural, and it's better for your body overall. And each bottle provides over 700 times more oxygen than any other water bottle, any bottled water that's out on the market right now. So what that means, it provides more energy, natural energy, more blood flow, helps with your digestive system, helps with your, if you've got like acid reflux, helps with that. blood pressure. It can help with your blood pressure and hypertension. So there's a lot of health benefits, and it's a lot better for you than any other competitor's water that is out on the market due to we have no additives. We don't put anything in it. It's naturally made that high.
Wow. The stacks itself, really speak for what this water does and how good of quality it is. And I got the chance to taste it. It is excuse me. It is fascinating and great water. I really enjoyed it, and so the stacks doesn't lie. So yeah, great. So what is your vision for Evolve Performance Water right now? So what are the goals of this great company you're building?
Great question. So our goal is we have a few goals, but our biggest goal that we have when we started this company is we realized that how important water is to life. It's the cornerstone of the human race. If we can't live without water, so what our goal was when we started this company was we wanted to touch other people around us and help them by being a company that's kind of going above and beyond what most companies will do. So what we're doing is we're taking 50 cents off of every case that we sell, and we're donating it to charity. And what we're hoping to do by the end of this year is partner up with 5 different charities and be able to write them out a check and provide free water to those who are in need of free water. So if you live in an area that doesn't have clean drinking water, like example would be Flint, Michigan, we would be able to, that's part of the charity, to be able to buy water, to have it shipped to wherever it's needed, to provide that water free of charge to any of the people that live in an area that's been affected by having dirty drinking water or not up to quality drinking water. And we want to really, we're starting out at a local basis, but eventually we want to be able to become a global company that's leading the way with that. And we want to bring all that and expose that to a lot of people and provide to other charities that are doing some great and amazing things out there and be able to help them and spread their message as well. So we really want to take the lead on this. We're proud to say that we are taking a step forward with this, and we're looking for any kind of support we can get by either buying the water or helping promote our water, because it really does make a difference, and we really want to make a difference in the world.
Fantastic, Josh. I love it. All of this is great, man, and I know our audience is appreciating, just your inspiring story about how you came about with both services that you provide, service and the product. You have a very fascinating story behind both, and it sounds like a great thing that you're going to be doing with charities with Evolve Performance Water. So if anyone wanted to get on board with you, or buy from you, or potentially just connect with you, what is the best way for them to do so?
Excellent question. The best way for them to get a hold of me is either email me or give me a call or a text message. And I don't know if you have that information, Marcus, but yeah, my email address, if you want to provide that, my email address would be the best way to get a hold of me, or my phone number. And I'd be more than happy to sit down and talk with anybody about what our company is doing, what our future goals are moving forward, and how they can help and get involved with making that a reality.
And you mind just sharing that email address right on air for us? Hello, Josh. You still there with us?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh yeah, I said,
yep,
you mind just sharing that email address right on air for us?
Sure. It's Joshua at Evolve, EVOLVE -H20.com.
Okay, and then just provide that email address one more time for us, please.
All right, no problem. It's Joshua at Evolve, EVOLVE -H20.com.
Okay. So, and just for all of my periscopes, I'll repeat that back. It's Joshua at evolve-h2o.com. So that's Joshua at evolve, that's EVOLVE dash H2O.com. Yeah, we really appreciate you coming on board with us tonight.
Yep. One thing I would recommend is that if they are gonna email me that H2O, put the number 0 in instead of the letter. That way, there it'll get directed to me.
Okay, so I'll go ahead. I'll just repeat that for our Periscope viewers. So that's Joshua at evolve-h20.com. So that's Joshua at EVLVE-h20.com. Yeah. And once again, Joshua, it's definitely a blessing to have you grace your presence here with us here tonight. And I know our replay viewers find value in this interview, and and just being able to connect with you would be awesome as well. Do you have any final words before we end tonight's broadcast?
The only final words I have is I really appreciate, Marcus, you put me on here. I think you got a great show. I think you've got very smart viewers out there that really appreciate the content you put out there. So I greatly appreciate you taking the time to put me on your show. I would really have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun every time I come on here. And then if anyone's interested with the water, I almost forgot to say it, please go check out our Facebook page, Evolve Performance Water. We are on Facebook. Please go there, like our page, comment. You can get in touch with me on there as well. Also, we're TITLETOWN Financial Services is out on Facebook as well. Go search those out, like them. Would definitely appreciate it. I look forward to connecting with your viewers, and definitely appreciate you having me on here tonight. I greatly appreciate it.
Awesome. And just to echo that, he does have a fan page set up for Evolve Performance Water as well as TITLETOWN Financial. So make sure you reach out to Joshua either via email or reach out to him on Facebook through his fan page at Evolve Performance Water or TITLETOWN Financial. This definitely has been an awesome interview here tonight. We got more content coming you guys' way. Make sure you join if you haven't already. It's free to join. You get access to dozens of recorded interviews that we're going to be adding in the coming days as we do them. Okay, and this one we're going to add on right away to make up for the lack of promotion that we did to for the live actual show. But those who were on through Periscope, you got a chance to kind of get a sense or try to decipher what was being said here tonight. So it's definitely been awesome. Transform You, the letter U, broadcast.com. That's Transform You, the letter U, broadcast.com. Joshua's profile will be on there as well as his contact information. It'll be right underneath the recording of this show. So definitely go and jump on the website right now and get connected with the community. You'll definitely won't regret it. It will definitely be worth your while. And until then, many blessings, peace, and love to each and every one of you guys. Make sure you have a blessed night. It is Super Tuesday, so I'm very excited to see the results of that. How about you, Josh?
Yeah, I'm starting to see the results of that myself, and I really, like I said, I'm in Wisconsin, so I'm not in a state that's voting tonight, but if you are in a state that's voting tonight, I highly recommend go out there and cast your vote. Your vote does count, and make sure that your voice is heard in this process. So get out there and participate.
Definitely. Thanks a lot, Josh. You have a wonderful night to each and every one of you guys, and we're out.